I ignored my destiny once. I cannot do that again. Even for you. I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
The Mad Titan Podcast with your host, Jay Washington.
What's happening, everybody? I am here. It is another episode. I haven't kept count of the Mad Titan Podcast. And me, your resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washington. This is a special edition because I am recording this live from the Big Pine Comedy Festival in Flagstaff, Arizona. We are being sponsored by a fake bottle of Tito's vodka that is sitting on the table because there isn't shit in the bottle. All right.
That's rubbing alcohol.
If that is rubbing alcohol, there are really people with problems here. People with fucking issues. So yeah, this is the day 2 of the Big Pine Comedy Festival. I know normally you guys get this on Tuesday, but I wanted to make sure I got this done because there was no way in heaven and or hell I was going to try to record it on Monday to have it for you on Tuesday, then record this one to have it for you again, just to have another one. I ain't got time for all this shit, so you're going to get this one and enjoy it. This one, you know what the fuck this is?
You telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth. You're going to get this shit. You're going to fucking love it.
Yeah, that's right.
My listeners know how I am. They respect it. They appreciate it. That's why I keep this shit the way I do. I got a couple of guests with me, so I'm going to introduce them first. The first guest, you've heard him on here before for some god unknown reason. I brought his ass back. I keep being fucking bothered with him. But nah, he's my boy, my friend, the host of the Incredibly Vocal Minority Podcast, and one of the members of the Geek Show Podcast, Mr. Jay Whittaker. What's up, pimp?
What's up,
hey, good morning. Good morning.
Oh, yeah, you're the only person going to clap.
Good morning.
There's anybody else going to clap. Just letting you know. We don't do that shit here.
I like the fact that there was a clap.
Okay.
I mean,
I feel like that's love, baby.
Yeah, you can't. Why?
Nigga, have I ever clapped for you?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
You
No.
clapped when I did the curtsy yesterday.
No,
in the
I clapped that I'm finna lose you as a
Oh.
friend. That's what I clapped for.
All right, I curtsied at an airport yesterday because I'm going to tell the story. I'm telling the story.
Get the truth off.
Yeah, I just want to get this shit off the chest so
Yeah,
you
get
don't
it
have
out.
any more fucking negative vibes about
Oh,
this shit.
don't worry. It's still going to happen.
You know,
Oh, don't
so,
worry.
I'm in the airport. I forgot to book my shuttle for 1:30. And so they told me I had to go on the 4:30 on the app. And so I said, nope, I'm going to call the place. Jay Washington helped me out. Told me to call him. I called a lady, and she says, "Yeah, you can. Yeah, no problem. You can get the 1:30." And I said, and I just like, "Oh, curtsy." And I was like, "Awesome." And he
I
looked
can't
at.
see it right now.
Yeah.
But he half curtsy.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
something.
It was a half
No,
curtsy.
shut the fuck up. I'm gonna give you
It
a
wasn't
better
even a
description.
curtsy. It
No.
was-
This is what happened. Imagine a 6'1" black dude that's in the military, all of a sudden getting dainty as fuck and just going, "Thank you," like really with his head tipped over to the side and all that shit. That is exactly what the fuck.
Because it felt good. Sometimes
felt good?
It felt good. It wasn't a full curtsy. It was a half.
And let me
curtsy.
get to my next guest.
It was a curt. It was a curt. It wasn't even a curtsy. It was a curt.
No. So what does she do? What does she do?
No, nigga, you're not gonna run my show. You are a guest here. I don't know what the fuck you think this is. You ain't even been introduced yet,
All
which
right,
means
my bad.
you can be excluded from this motherfucker. Also, man, got a hilarious comedian originally from Detroit, now in Des Moines, Iowa, which means he knows how to make horrible decisions in his life.
Oh, you know how to. You know it.
No, that means you went backwards as fuck. You
I
went
did.
Detroit to Des Moines.
I
You
did.
went from bad water to bad life. Day Pierce, what's up, boy?
Day Peace, baby.
Peace, Pierce,
Peace.
whatever the fuck. Nigga, I'm tired,
It's
okay?
peace right now, nigga.
You can't be aggressive talking about this peace.
Yeah, I know. That's oxymoron.
See. This
Hey,
is
I
what
appreciate it. Thanks
This
for
is what
having me.
happened when I left the This is what happens when I let the riff raff in on the podcast.
I like it. That was a little mumble rap battle.
No, that was me. That was me rewinding everything, and
Everybody gives mumble rappers a lot of shit.
because they deserve it.
No,
fucking deserve it.
No.
You act like
Amen.
But I'm not defending them. I'll just explain something. Rappers been doing onomatopoeia for a long fucking time.
do me a favor.
DMX was
do me
barking.
a favor.
Kendrick
do me
Lamar's
a
making
favor.
toot-toot-toot
Do me
noises,
a
all that
favor.
shit.
Do me a favor before you go any further. Spell onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. O-N-O-M-A-T-A-P. Pioca.
I feel like
Pioca?
right. I feel like that's right.
Onomatopoeia. I was close. I was very
No,
close.
you weren't.
I
'Cause there's
started,
an E in there some goddamn way.
I started off.
God,
I know what the word means. Okay.
This was supposed to be a professional podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I just want to do a quick recap of my previous week, man. It's been a fun week before I got here, leading up to here. I got a chance to go to a special screening of episode 1 of season 2 of Black Lightning. And let me tell you something. First of all, thank you to the CW for reaching out. Shout out to Salim Akil. I got a chance to talk with him again. If you have not seen the first season, go check it out on Netflix. It comes back Tuesday, October 9th. You are not going to want to miss this return. This shit gets real out the goddamn gate. And I love it. So definitely did that. Also, shouts out to the crew at Nerdist. And Nerdist News, man.
Congrats
Jessica
on
Chobot,
that.
Brian, all them. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for having me on that, man. It was a blast, and I'm loving the response I've gotten from the crew, the cast, the fans, and hopefully we're gonna see me back on Nerdist News a lot more, and in the Nerdist family as a whole, because my black ass has been trying to be a pillar of the nerd community for Negrodom.
Negrodom, Blurds, Geegros, all of us.
Put them together.
I like to quote Cat Williams real quick. Never in the history of niggerdom has a nigger ever. Oh yeah, for those of y'all just sitting here and attend this live, this shit gets real raunchy.
Yeah.
Just so, I know y'all heard, he gonna be talking about comic book TV shows and movies. It's gonna be real just nerdy. No,
Yep.
I'm a nigga from the south side of Chicago. I'm just keeping this shit 100.
I live in Utah now.
We breaking nigga
You know, I'm
records
just
right now.
finna break off my own
do it,
podcast. I
yeah.
live in Utah now.
I love it.
So check this out. Let's get this thing started. Marvel has a lot of news that dropped. One of the biggest things that just recently hit the airwaves was the Captain Marvel trailer. That shit looked amazing.
Right.
We also found one of the best things I loved about the trailer was the fact that it started off with her falling through a blockbuster video,
which I was like,
they let
what?
you know this is gonna happen in the '90s, and I still got blockbuster movies I ain't never took back. Now,
Which ones?
no, that's not your business.
Predator.
It's
It's
not your-
Predator 2, isn't it?
It's sleepaway camp 2, to be honest. Like, I wonder what my late fees are right now.
I know, right?
I still have my employee number.
That's
Ooh.
crazy.
I used to, yeah.
Yo, I remember people used to rent game systems. I was like, yo, how bad is your life that your mama takes you to go rent a Genesis on a Friday to take that shit back on Sunday before
That's
you go
just
to
a
school?
tease, man.
That's a tease in life, and your mother was a horrible parent. I just want you to know that. But that was a great trailer. I loved it. Again, we find out that her story is not an origin story per se.
Yeah.
It's not a direct how she was before with the Air Force and everything. We get right into it. Granted, it is in the 90s, but we get right into it. We saw Samuel L. Jackson in the trailer, who looked a hell of a lot like Augustus Gibbons in Triple X.
Yeah.
Like, if you
Right,
saw
right.
Triple X, he
Yeah.
looked just like his character in fucking Triple X in that damn trailer. I was like, okay. But the best part of the entire Captain Marvel trailer for me was watching Captain Marvel, Oscar award-winning actress Brie Larson,
Yes.
punch the dog shit out of an old woman.
Yeah.
Because nobody knew why. and that's I bring that up because the internet lost its fucking mind.
Why she hit that old lady?
Why she hit an old
She
lady?
deserved it for something.
Well, here's the thing. People don't know the story of what's going on.
Yeah.
And the Skrulls are in there, and the Skrulls are shapeshifters, and which means either A, a Skrull turned itself into an old lady, or B,
She's got some serious mommy issues.
Brie Larson thought that was a Skrull and just knocked the shit out of somebody's great-grandmama. But either way, it's nothing to really, jump off the
Right.
gun and off the hinges about. People want to do dumb shit like that. It's going to be a great movie. Seeing Jude Law's Marvell was amazing. Jamon Hansu, Lee Pace, Clark Gregg is Phil Coulson. Everything you got to see lets you know this is going to be another Marvel Studios hit. And the fact they kept her comic book accurate mask in the trailer, I was like, well, this is... Let me tell you, first of all.
Good.
The trailer dropped on Tuesday. I woke up at 5:45 in the morning, California time.
Samesies.
To watch, to not only just watch the trailer, but do a trailer reaction to it.
Damn. That's commitment.
Let me tell you something. My roommate was asleep, and her cat was asleep. And I know for a fact that I said, shit! And I think the cat went, "Meow." And I was like, God damn it, I woke the cat up. But I did that for the people.
Right. You got to.
And I was like, because the thing is, I'm blessed with being able to be on Disney's press list. So Disney is sending out an email when it's available before everybody else gets to know it. And so I was like, well, fuck, let me go ahead and set my alarm early so I can be up. And I set my alarm for 5:30, and I was like, fuck this alarm. I'm going to get back up at 5:45. And because that's how you do it. But nonetheless, it's a good trailer. I'm happy for it. The movie comes out in March of 2019.
Which is International Women's Day.
On purpose.
Marvel knows what
Marvel
the fuck they're doing. No,
they're genius.
They
check
did
this
two
shit, check
things.
this shit
They did
out.
two things on purpose.
When they dropped the trailer,
It was
the Air
National
Force's birthday. The Air Force's birthday.
And Captain Marvel drops on International Women's Day.
She was in the Air Force.
Fucking smart.
Here's the thing, too.
Carol Danvers looking good as a pilot.
And she looked. Also, here's before I want to get you guys' thoughts on it. Then I got some shit that happened. So, what's your thoughts on the trailer? Jay?
First of all, yeah, like just the fact that they dropped it on, because everybody was like, well, do you think they know what they're doing? I'm like, they dropped. It's a woman. It's about a a woman that's an Air Force pilot, and they drop the trailer on the Air Force's birthday. They know what the fuck they're doing. And they're releasing the movie on International Women's Day. I'm pretty confident in this movie.
Right.
It's the same thing when they released Black Panther during Black History Month. They know what the fuck they're doing. Like, it's just everybody. Like,
It's genius.
Yeah,
Because originally Black Panther was supposed to come out in the summer.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out in the summer, which, by the way,
we outside. We had summer jam.
I
We
just
ain't
want
going to
I
that.
just want everybody to remember this real quick while we are talking about Black Panther. It is September 20th, 2018. Black Panther just came out this past February. It has only been 7 months since that movie came out. We talk about it like it's been over a year.
I know.
By the way, before I go any further and apologize for doing this, let me stop real quick. I just mentioned the date. September 20th is an important date to me because it's my daughter's, my ladybugs, my beautiful baby girl, Jalea Ann Washington's 5th birthday. I know your mama probably won't let you hear this, but daddy's going to play it over your phone when I call you again later. I called her this morning saying her happy birthday, and I wanted to say it on my podcast. Happy birthday to my ladybug, Leah.
Okay.
So,
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah, that's my baby girl.
Give her a
So
clap.
she was so giggly when I called, and I FaceTimed her, and I was singing happy birthday to her, and she was so cheesy. And I was like, "Oh, Daddy, love you too." But what were you finish your thoughts? I'm sorry.
No, if anything, I'm hold on.
Is that cocaine?
No, it's fucking
Caffeine
lip,
powder.
It's lip balm.
Okay.
It's fucking.
See,
It's honey cherry.
I got the same nigga that was curtsying and saying huzzah.
Look.
It's lip balm.
No, the thing is, I'm
It's
excited
super.
I'm excited. This actually goes with your daughter. I'm excited for young women to see this movie because, like Wonder Woman, we all know the character. We're very familiar, and we
Right.
and like
More popular.
Yeah, it's more popular, but I think I'm excited for young women to go into the theater and experience this and be like, oh shit, like that. You know, not only can I be, you know, like this all powerful, because Captain Marvel's going to be the most powerful woman or powerful person we've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right.
And she's an Air Force pilot, so to see that imagery as I wonder what a young woman.
Right.
Like,
I think
yeah,
it's a very
I think
strong.
it's
I think you
inspiring.
got to put one more thing in to see those two things. And Captain Marvel is, some would say arguably, but I think it's pretty much proven, the strongest character in all of Marvel.
Yeah.
She is the most powerful character.
Yeah,
so to have somebody like that who is, this is the first, Marvel has broken ground a lot this year. Black Panther, having Ant-Man and the Wasp with Evangeline Lilly being the first female superhero with her name in the opening title, and now Brie Larson being the first superhero woman leading the film itself. And so to do this on International Women's Day, to make all this history and to show that they're not just a comic book company or a comic book movie studio, they are also very aware of the shit that goes on in real life.
Yeah.
I think Marvel's woke as fuck.
They are very much, I mean, you got to remember this. Marvel is started by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, who, which no one understands, were two Jewish men who were woke as shit. If you don't know it, I've said it many fucking times before. Check out the X-Men.
Amen.
And people will be like, what do you mean by the
Amen.
X-Men? Professor Xavier and Magneto were predicated on Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Amen.
That's why the mutants are symbolic of black people. So everybody's like, huh? What? You said? Yeah. I just schooled you.
Niggas didn't
Goddamn.
have claws.
They didn't have, wait a minute, niggas can control the weather? Well, yeah, Storm did do that. You mean tell me they can shoot beams out their eyes?
All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna briefly say this. I get mad that a lot of I used to do a bit on this, but I get mad that a lot of black superheroes have the power to control electricity. Fucking look at it. A lot of their powers are electricity related, and I'm like, look, I get it. I haven't paid a light bill sometimes, but it's like, fuck, man.
Hey man, listen, this is why
Static
people,
shock, black light, like go down the fucking
because
list.
the problem,
Static Shock,
well,
oh,
I
that's
think the
for sure.
reason, in that is because when all of the superheroes were created and shit, all the other powers were taken. Like, yo, first of all, let's just call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Nope, no pun intended. Did you want to see a furry black dude looking like Beast?
I didn't want that.
You know what I'm saying? Did you want to see
with that taco meat chest
that
hair.
taco meat chest hair?
Nobody want that. Need a
Come on,
comb.
some ooh, scratch me. No, so I mean, but that's speaking of the X-Men. That brings me to my next subject real quick.
Wait.
Speaking of the X-Men, go ahead. What'd you say?
I want to hear what.
No, I think you. I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. I think the.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Go
The
ahead.
idea with Marvel. I think Marvel's killing it. I think Marvel is. When I think about this new movie coming out, I think what DCU did with Wonder Woman, how powerful it was with having a woman and a female in that kind of power position.
Yeah.
I think it's exciting. So I can't wait to see it. I think Marvel is killing. I think Marvel can do like a Batman movie better than DCU.
Damn.
Yo, I just want to say the
Shots
thoughts
fired.
and the thoughts and opinions of Dave Pierce are not those reflecting of Jay Washington.
Peace.
So let me say this. So stay the fuck out my mentions about that because I know it will happen.
Okay, let's go.
I get what you're saying, and I'm gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna touch on that with Wonder Woman a little bit later when we get to DC news. But speaking of the X-Men now we know the Disney Fox merger is done. That shit's done. Everybody's like, all right, well now Disney owns the X-Men. What are they gonna do? It is now official that the X-Men will be a part of the MCU. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is official. Bob Iger basically said, now I had the article pulled up here.
It's Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige is doing
He said nobody should know better to do it than Kevin Feige. It should only be one person running Marvel. It should be one Marvel, not two Marvels.
Exactly.
And basically because Fox was running their own Marvel universe and Disney had Marvel, now that all those are together, and even the bigger question came up, well, because this was an interview he did to the Hollywood Reporter, was about like, yo, so what happens with Deadpool?
That's easy.
I think Feige has great ideas.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's so easy right now.
Right.
I predicted this in 2017.
What'd you say?
In 2016. Actually, it's 2016. I said because the X-Men timeline was kind of coming to an end.
Right.
And I knew we'd all be pretty much be done by 2019. Same with Avengers, done by 2019.
Right.
2020, that's when everything happens with Thanos with the glove and all
Just
that
merge
shit.
it
Yeah,
all.
you can just merge it all because, like, it's comics, retcon everything and just finger snap.
Well, here's what
but
you can do.
Deadpool can easily show up.
Here's what you do. So we all, if you are unfamiliar, whether you're sitting here live looking at us in a round table, which is really weird, because it just looks.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here, but it's just like it's so awkward sometimes. I don't know, but like if you don't know, it's very easy for them to film a post-credit scene. If you don't know, the very first post-credit scene you ever got in Avengers was filmed after the premiere. They literally had the premiere of the movie, filmed the post-credit scene, then added it in.
Into the
movie,
DVD
what you saw, into the movie that was released to the world.
Okay.
So that when they were sitting eating shawarma and all that, that was done the night of the premiere.
Damn.
The night of the premiere. So
There's a lot of loopholes in this whole thing.
it takes nothing to film a post-credit scene. And we're talking about a movie in Avengers 4 that all basically reality has been fucked.
Yep.
So
And
now,
Deadpool's got a teleporter.
not even just that, he doesn't have it yet. But he does have it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
he
saying.
does have it. At the
That's what
end
I'm
of the
saying.
day.
Like,
Yep.
a lot of fucking things can happen
But
right
no,
now.
he doesn't even need that. The fact that when you bring back reality now, all you need is to be able to say one word.
Yeah.
Mutant.
Yeah.
Because in Marvel, before they were acquired Fox, mutant was a word they couldn't say.
Yeah, they had to say-
It was
they had to say enhanced,
gifted,
yep.
all those things.
Yeah.
So now you say the word mutants. Everything's changed.
Okay.
And it's going to be if it happens that way, because Scarlet Witch, we all know from and what she did in House of M, where she said no more mutants. If she actually saying mutants,
I'm glad you brought that up. She's actually
did my research.
She died. So we all know she was one of the Avengers who lost their life to the snap of Thanos, which again, if you have not seen Avengers Infinity War, what the fuck is wrong with your life? That shit came out in April.
Amen.
We are in September. So don't you say that, don't nobody, spoiler alert, spoil your mama's alert. Scarlet Witch died. So her and Captain Marvel are the two most powerful people in the universe. Want to know why Scarlet Witch is? Do you know what she did at the same time? She held back Thanos, destroyed a stone in Vision's head while killing the love of her life. Yo,
That was
if women ain't strong as shit, I don't know what the fuck tell you. Because I'd have broke down like I can't do this. I just can't.
I can't. I wouldn't be able to destroy somebody and kill off my enemy at the same time.
The
That's too
love
much
of
to
your
ask.
life.
That's too much to ask.
So, but also I bring her up because Disney is now doing a couple of live action series that are based on characters in the MCU, particularly Loki and Scarlet Witch. I brought them up because Scarlet Witch again died, and Loki got his shit broke
Again.
at the.
Again, yeah.
I mean, no, he had never had his neck broken. Yeah. Like he had been stabbed and
I know,
all this
yeah,
other
yeah.
shit, but Thanos took his thumb and cracked this motherfucker's neck like a peppermint
done.
stick, and then they showed the discoloration and him turning gray, and they was like, "Oh, ain't no coming back for that.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
just,
he done. He
you
done.
just not gonna come back."
He did.
But right now, so what they're doing, these are going to be limited series shows based on various characters. So they're going to do Loki and Scarlet Witch, which also means, yes, they're bringing back Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki, and Elizabeth Olsen, who plays Scarlet Witch. There are no details yet. It's going to go on Disney's streaming site.
Okay.
So they're keeping it real close to the chest right now with that. Well, I can't complain. I mean, I'm happy for it. Speaking of shit that Marvel and Disney are doing, going into what we were talking about, Wonder Woman, Marvel is developing a female superhero team for ABC.
Yes.
Nice. They just getting it right. It's
So
Aggressive, they won't.
Here's the thing about this though.
Right.
Like, we were talking about this. It's weird because it's like, which heroes do you use? Because again, most of them are already in the films.
Right.
But this does leave an opening for a She-Hulk to come in.
Yes,
It leaves an opening for
A-Force.
A-Force, the Lady Liberators. You could even bring in Squirrel Girl, but Squirrel Girl is supposed to come in and
bring in Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl actually is going to be. Here's the
What's
thing
your
with that.
excitement about that?
Squirrel Girl is actually going to come in the New Warriors, the show that's supposed to go on Freeform.
Right.
It was, but that's not going to happen. We don't know if that happened. But the reason I brought that up with Wonder Woman is the series is being written by the Wonder Woman writer, Alan Heinberg. And he knows how to do this. Now,
Wow.
he helped write Wonder Woman. I say the third act is not his. That is all Zack Snyder's fault. If you don't know what I'm talking about, take a closer look at that goddamn movie. Look at the third act of Wonder Woman, and that'll let you know that shit is all fucking Zack Snyder.
I was on board, and then the third act I did have a problem with, but that's neither here nor there.
But the fact that they're doing because the thing that's interesting about it is not only the fact they're doing a female superhero team, is the fact that they weren't supposed to be doing those shows for ABC. Like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going after that. This is last season. Inhumans was
god awful.
anal herpes awful. Anal herpes awful.
Okay.
Agent Carter's done. They were gonna do Marvel's Most Wanted, Mockingbird. They said fuck all that.
I was one that. Yeah.
And again, Inhumans was as bad as a case of genital warts with rabies. Yes, I brought it up twice. That's how bad that shit was.
I got it.
So they weren't supposed to do any new series with it because they were going to go to ABC. Because, again, the streaming site.
Right.
So now that they're doing this, it's like, wow, you really believe in this and you believe in the product. So I just want to know from you guys, and then I'll even ask people that's in attendance, what you think about this?
As far as like just they're opening the universe to actually have this is very exciting. Like, I mean, the fact that now we have X-Men officially in the MCU, like, it seems they're not afraid to do anything, and I trust. Like, I feel like the paradigm shift for me was when I saw Guardians of the Galaxy. That they had a special screening where they showed you 18. This is like a few months before the movie came out, the first one, and they showed us 18 minutes of the film, and it was basically how they broke out of the kiln, and the first 18 minutes of the movie, and I was like, okay, I trust them to do anything they want, because I was just like. Aside from Inhumans and first season of Iron Fist, we're good.
Right.
Like, I trust Marvel with a lot of
Which
stuff.
I'm going to talk about in a high second, because I'm going to definitely talk about the second season of Iron Fist.
No,
which,
I
by
agree.
the way, if you haven't seen that yet, it's been over a week. Get your life together. I don't give a fuck. It's only 10 episodes. You can suck it up. Go ahead, Dan.
No, I agree. Like, for me, my turning point was Ant-Man. Like, I was like, if you could make this an exceptional movie, great storyline, plot, character development, then I fucks with you. And I've always been a DC dude. Like, I've always been a Batman hardcore. When I was a baby, I wanted to be Batman growing up. I thought it was a real job. Like, I was like, Batman is my shit. And, you know, between Zack Snyder and what they've done to the universe and Superman now leaving, like, I'm sad. And I just think Marvel knows what they're doing. I think they are paving the way.
Yeah.
And whatever they want to do, I fucks with.
Well, here's the thing with that too, and they know what they're doing. And I'll go back to something Jay Whittaker and I did at FanX Salt Lake Comic Con. We did a panel where we're doing a new podcast called Geek Court, and we put certain geek-related events and shit on trial.
Okay.
One of the things we put on trial was Geeks versus the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the reason we put it on trial is the Marvel Cinematic Universe guilty or not guilty in thinking that it's flawless, and it is guilty because it does. The fact of the matter is, we just proved that shit has flaws. Iron Fist Season 1 made me want to gouge my eyeballs out with a spoon. Inhumans made me just want to say, you know what, life ain't worth living no more. Because I just felt like death would be the thing.
Yeah.
But I do say this about Iron Fist. As much as I didn't really enjoy the first few parts of Iron Fist, I do feel that if they would have introduced... If it didn't say Marvel's Iron Fist and it said CW's Iron Fist, we'd all feel a lot differently about it.
I mean, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be perfect, and I get that. But I think the fact that they take these chances, and I feel like they knock them out of the park more than they don't, I think Marvel's not afraid to swing.
Well, they're not. Yeah, they're not afraid to swing, and they're. It's kind of like Marvel's. They're willing to bet on society.
Right.
They're like, all right, fine. They realize, okay, black people really like going to the movies and seeing a character that represents them. Okay, let's do that with women, guys.
But nonetheless,
let's
they're
do
going to
that.
do. And I think the way was paved with Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was supposed to have been done before. They weren't going to take a chance on it. it took a great director in Patty Jenkins, an incredible actor in Gal Gadot. How did you say her last goddamn name?
Gal Gadot.
It's Gal Gadot because
sexy.
I heard it's
Gal
Gadot.
Gadot's
I heard
sexy.
the T is pronounced. I keep getting confused. If anybody out here knows,
It's like
please tell me right now.
it's like the G in lasagna is silent.
Gabada.
Hey
yeah.
man, how you
Okay.
doing?
Okay.
Gabby.
okay.
No, it's just,
No, I got you. But with her, it proved. It's Lord have mercy on
so
me.
fucking-
Gabada.
Want some lip balm?
Want some lip balm?
I do not want a grown ass man offer me lip balm. I just want some water or a drink.
What if your lips was gonna fall off? Would you do it then?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
If my lips was gonna fall out, I'd be walking around this motherfucker looking like Pee Wee Herman by the mouth. Now, I don't know why I said Pee Wee
All
Herman.
teeth, nigga.
All teeth, nigga. But because of the success, the incredible success, the fact that women came out in droves
Yup, it
to
was dope.
see Wonder Woman, and also not only just to see the film had to be good.
Right.
I said this on like Screen Junkies and a couple other networks I'm on. If Wonder Woman wasn't good, women were not going to get another shot at having a female lead superhero movie for a while.
Yeah.
Just like if Black Panther wasn't good, we weren't going to get a shot at this for a while.
Yeah, we knew
You know
we
what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
get a black president.
We
Shit,
knew that.
Like,
we
would've
got a
fucked
black
up lot of
president. We was
things.
like, nigga, don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
And so when we knew we were getting a black
did right.
superhero movie, we was like, please, God, stay real. And so the fact that it happened has opened the door for things like this, and it is a great thing. Like we've been saying, this is an amazing thing to happen, and I am very excited for it. Again, this is another one of those things Marvel is keeping real tight-lipped. They're just letting you know they're developing it, they're doing it, but they're not telling you shit about it, and that's how it normally goes. Speaking of Avengers, as we were talking about earlier, the Russo brothers, they've teased the Avengers 4 name. Nobody knows the name of this movie yet.
Really?
Nobody knows. It's just everybody knows it's Avengers 4. There has been a lot of speculation what it's going to be. Is it Avengers Infinity Gauntlet? Is it Avengers Avengers Assemble? Is it Avengers Endgame? All these different things. Everybody thinks it's. I believe it might be Avengers Assemble because they've never said it yet.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Steve has never said. Every time in every movie he say Avengers and it cuts.
Yeah.
You've never heard him say Avengers Assemble, right? But the Russo brothers put a photo to Twitter, and it's a basic photo with someone sitting down. It's like on behind the scenes, and it just says "Look close." And if you look close, you see a ladder that has the letter A. Of course, that's the letter A for the ladder. But then if you look, there's a storage box that has the letter E on it. Mm-hmm. Everybody's assuming, for those who caught the E, is Avengers Endgame, which it would also reference to what you heard in Avengers 4 when Doctor Strange told Tony Stark, we're in the Endgame now.
Right.
So it would play well. It would play well. So, I mean, hopefully that be the case. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Now, I'm going to go into this, and my soul is going to tell y'all, you're going to think I'm going to be talking shit about it, but I'm not.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Iron Fist.
I still haven't finished it.
Iron
but
Fist.
I like
I'm
this,
not
where
going to
it's
spoil it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you the gist of it.
Okay.
Iron Fist season 2 dropped on Netflix. It was a lot of hesitation, a lot of criticism because of what season 1 was. This shit was bad.
Yeah.
It was too long. It was drawn out.
Why do you think it got a second season?
They wanted to give it another shot because he's part of a bigger storyline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's part of it. He's a defender, and granted, they're not doing any more defender series, but it's a part of a bigger storyline. They have a new showrunner who, I want to say first and foremost, the new showrunner, and I forgot, I just had the name. I think it was Raven McKnight or something like
I always
that.
like the word showrunner. That's a good rap name.
That is sure now. What you want? I'm a showrunner.
Showrunner.
I run these shows, get these folks. You know. No, that's what we're not gonna.
I'll shoot you, pow.
Did you just say I'll shoot you, pal?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's onomatopoeia. I told you rappers do a lot of onomatopoeia.
Boom.
Yeah, boom, boom. Do.
Showrunner, I'm a gunner, pow.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
But that was a very subpar bar. Like it was.
Well, he's not a great
I want
rapper.
y'all off.
This showrunner.
I want you motherfuckers off my podcast right now.
I'm not
So
gonna buy his
the
album.
new showrunner Raven Metzner replaced Scott Buck, and Scott Buck deserves to never do anything in TV because he did Iron Fist season 1 and Inhumans. And again, Inhumans was a bad case of toenail herpes. Now,
Toenail herpes.
I'm just gonna keep any type of bad STD I can put together.
Yeah, herpes is
but
very bad.
This season, they fixed Danny Rand. He is not an annoying little bastard. You don't have to hear, I'm the immortal Iron Fist. I'm the immortal Iron Fist every 5 seconds.
was
You
a
ain't got
bit
to hear
much.
that. They fixed him up actually in Luke Cage season 2.
Okay.
The one episode he was in. So that's what got me intrigued. And the whole season is so amazing. The way The fights with him and Davos, aka the Steel Serpent, are dope. The way shit turns around, it's amazing. I don't want to spoil the end, but the end has an unexpected twist to it. It has a way things happen. You're like, oh my God, this shit happened. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go forward with Iron Fist Season 3 because they've already said they're going to work on it. So I'm looking forward to it. You guys said you haven't seen it yet, so I don't expect you all to have much of an opinion.
Yeah.
You ain't got no word in it, nigga.
I thought it was all right. No,
I like the credits.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bubba and Bubba Jr.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't got there yet. I'm
All right,
sorry.
that's all my Marvel news. Let's switch over to DC.
Here we
DC
go.
has a lot of freaking news, and so I'm gonna try to get through it as best as
They're
possible.
falling apart.
They're not. I don't want to say they're falling apart.
With his Batman suit.
That's exactly what I'm about to talk about
Okay,
first
yeah.
and
I'm telling you,
foremost.
Thanos snapped and got DCU disappearing.
So what happened was so everybody knows Titans is coming out in a couple of weeks on the DC universe. If you haven't got the streaming site, you probably save yourself some money. But I am watching it. I've got a chance to catch up on Static Shock again. I've been watching a lot of shit. There were some photos that have leaked potentially of the Batman bat suit from Titans, and that shit looks awful. It looks
Word.
horrible.
It's bad.
I'm so sad about this.
Like you remember in the Dark Knight when he was ran up on them dudes who was pretending to be him,
Yeah.
and with Scarecrow, and they was like, "What's the difference between you and me?" And he was like, "I'm not wearing hockey pants." That suit looks like the dudes was wearing hockey pants.
Yeah. See, the suit that they had, it
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yes, it
it
is.
looks like a
Oh,
cosplay.
no.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
He looked like Bird. I was gonna say Birdman. What's the dude?
He looked like a nigga on a budget.
Yeah, it looked like he had a bad year.
This is not right.
It looks like Bruce Wayne is still trying
Like
to
Bruce Wayne
get-
fell all the way off.
Yeah,
This
like he's
is-
just
This isn't. This is sad. This
yeah.
is very
It is
sad.
very,
it's not a good
sad.
look. Like if it was like an up and coming superhero,
Right. If
Like-
it wasn't the established Batman, it'd
Yeah.
be like we wouldn't be upset.
Why would
Yeah.
they do this?
Who knows? But again, why are they doing a lot of stuff? But nonetheless, that's the picture that, again, some people have said has been debunked, but I haven't heard that it's been debunked because a lot of sources and a lot of sites are saying this is the suit.
That's sad.
So
he don't look right. He look like, he
Titans
looks sick.
Titans already has a lot of scrutiny behind it already. So this ain't helping the show that's supposed to kick off your new network. Also, we got a first look at Joaquin Phoenix as the man who will become the Joker. And we found out the character's name is going to be Arthur Fleck. Arthur Fleck is going to be a stand-up comedian, a failed stand-up comedian who eventually turns to a life of crime and becomes the clown prince of evil in Gotham City.
It's relatable.
I
know.
I told people, I was like, as a comic,
I can get it.
I can see
yeah,
it.
like I get it. Like I get it.
They ain't like my jokes. Okay, I got you.
Also, if you look at the pictures of Joaquin Phoenix that they're showing, if you look at the pictures, you look at him like, yeah, this is a dude that's gonna snap and inevitably kill everybody.
Yeah.
If you look at the picture, you're like, he'll kill everybody. They had some behind the scenes stills and him with the interaction of somebody from the carnival, and he has that demeanor of the Joker, and it's a great look. So before anybody sits there and say who's listening, oh Jay, you being a hypocrite. I've already said and I stand by it. We don't need a Joker origin film. I stand by it. I'm cool with the actor. We don't need the fucking movie. We don't need it. The beautiful thing about the Joker has always been not really knowing his origin.
Right.
I understand what they did in The Killing Joke. They didn't even need to do it there.
Yeah.
That was been one of the beautiful things about the Joker is we never knew his origin.
Right.
So I was cool with not having it. But then, you like Joaquin Phoenix, you got Robert De Niro, Mark Maron. You got a dope-ass cast. Which will bring you in. You got Scorsese, who's behind it, who gave you Taxi Driver, and the looks at what we're getting has that feel of a Taxi Driver type element. But you got Jared Leto's GTA Joker. You got Joaquin because he looked like some shit out of Get Up.
He looked out of Saints Row, man. Like straight.
Yeah.
Like when you,
That was weird.
So it's just surreal when you see all that, and you're like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give the movie a shot for sure.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I'm gonna give the movie a shot. I'm gonna peep it, but I just don't think we need it.
I think Joaquin's. I think it's good casting for him to be the Joker. I just recently played the Marvel's PlayStation 4 Spider-Man game,
Yeah.
which is exceptional.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they do that I think they knocked it out of the park is they didn't do an origin
What
story.
does that have to do with the Joker on DC?
Well, I'm explaining.
Okay.
With
Just
the
let
Joker,
him get
first
to
of all,
it.
Hey man, this is my goddamn podcast. Let me do this.
with the Joker, you don't need an origin story. I think that's the best part of it. It's the mystery and it's the different theories. But with this movie, I hope that they don't because I think it's an already established character. I think they should just jump in and have fun and take it where they want to go. And that's what they did with the game, which is something that I appreciated. So that's why I brought it up.
I got what you're saying.
I feel like that they're like I'm
We
with
don't
you on
need more.
we don't need more. The mystique of of
I mean, if
Joker.
it's like a Ant-Man, like if it's a character that we're not that crazy familiar with, I get it.
Well,
But if
unless
it's a
you're-
Joker, Batman,
Well, you
Superman,
know, you
no.
hear Joker, you know who Joker Batman
yeah,
is.
he's the-
You hear Ant-Man, you need to know the difference between Scott Lang and Hank
Yeah,
Pym and
yes,
all
yes,
that.
right,
yes.
but the Joker is such a ubiquitous character that it's just like, all right.
And that's why, and
Yeah.
they purposely did that. So I don't know why they would want to go back and
It just doesn't make any sense to me. Again, I'm gonna see the movie. We all know it. I will. It is cool, so don't jump down my goddamn throat about that. Speaking of the Joker movie, Brett Cullen has been cast as Thomas Wayne in the Joker movie. Now, if you remember, Alec Baldwin was supposed to be Thomas Wayne. Then 48 hours later, he was like, "I ain't doing this shit," and we were like, "What the fuck happened?" But now Brett Cullen is in it, and Brett Cullen was actually he played a congressman in The Dark Knight Rises, and he also played fuck what's his name? Barton Blaze, Johnny Blaze's dad in the original Ghost Rider movie with Nicolas Cage. So he's used to the superhero realm of film. It's just gonna be Thomas Wayne. Remember, he doesn't have a long stay in this movie. I was talking to some people, some insiders. They say he is a 4-day local hire.
really,
Yeah.
Damn.
So remember, Thomas Wayne has to die.
yeah.
So he has to die, which means does this Joker, does Arthur Fleck kill him? Does another gangster kill him?
Right,
because
right,
people go off of the whole 89 Batman where Jack Napier, aka Jack Nicholson, killed him, and that's where they have the rivalry per se. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just glad we're getting it's in production now. Shit's happening. So I mean,
And this is supposed to be a part of the DC universe.
no, this is his own element.
Okay.
That-
I think
that-
that's what they should do going forward.
Well, here's the problem. You've established you got to connect the universe. You've established you putting shit together because Wonder Woman supposedly and Wonder Woman 1984 and Shazam are supposedly in this connected universe. I'll tell you my thoughts on Shazam in a minute.
Garbage.
I'll give my thoughts on that. But this is not a part of it.
Okay.
Even Jared Leto's Joker, Suicide Squad, and the Harley Joker movies, those are in the contained DCEU. It's just real interesting when you say you got all these comic book characters, but they're living all outside of different parameters. Marvel has done a great thing, and I know I hate trying to compare the two. I really do. But Marvel has said, if we're going to use one character here, that's all we're using.
Yeah.
There is no other Iron Man running around here. There is no other Hulk running around here.
Captain
These
America.
are all Captain America. The only thing that's different is the Spider-Verse because it's called Into the Spider-Verse because it's showing you it's a multiverse world. But as a whole, Spider-Man exists in his universe. You get what I'm saying? So
Right,
I
right.
just don't understand the purpose of them. I don't because it's not going to bleed. They're
They're
not going
just
to.
trying, I'm telling you, it's a money thing. Like,
They're
just
not going to
trying-
bleed into each other.
Yeah.
Also, so speaking of DCEU movies, Birds of Prey, we now have the working title for the film.
What?
The working title for Birds of Prey is Fox Force 5.
Shut the fuck up.
Nintendo
Very few
64?
people, huh?
No,
you
Pulp
don't get
Fiction,
it.
yeah.
Pulp Fiction. It is a reference to the movie where Uma Thurman's character was
Oh,
on
the
a
Fox
failed
thing, her
Yeah,
joke.
Yeah, joke,
because it was
yeah.
a movie. So
Oh my
it
God,
could
yeah.
be a hint though as the potential final lineup for the Gotham-based ensemble. So the 5-member squad of the film would theoretically include Barbara Gordon,
Okay.
Black Canary, Huntress, Renee Montoya, and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn
That's a squad.
as the Birds of Prey.
That's a squad.
Interesting.
I'm fine with it. It was Barbara Gordon's Batgirl.
Yeah.
Cool. Black Canary. The Huntress. We do better than what she was in Arrow. Renee Montoya, who eventually may become the question. It's not guaranteed.
Okay.
So, and then Margot Robbie, if she just gets her shit together.
That's a solid squad. That's a solid squad.
I mean,
They-
it's a good pull. It's a good draw.
I like it. I like it. I think they got good perimeter shooting, and I think they'll be a great addition to the
Thanks, Tom
WNBA.
Thibodeau. That was a basketball reference. So it's supposed to begin principal photography in January. It's helmed by Kathy Yen, which is a major pickup, and the script is from Christina Hodgson. Now, I just wanted to point that out because we've been talking about how women have been able to dominate now in the superhero genre, which is awesome.
Right.
You have Wonder Woman that had a female director, but now you have a female director and a female writer. So the perspective you definitely want to tell in this movie based upon 5 powerful women
That's really good.
will be told with no bias. You know, there won't be a skew.
Right.
So I can live with that. Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts?
I mean, like it goes back to what we were saying about just with Captain Marvel. It's just like this is the right time. You know, like every story needs to be told. Like this is why we're getting an Aquaman movie.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
That story doesn't need to be told.
I think the trailer and everything looks good for the movie.
I'll tell you about Aquaman.
It's a
real
reverse
quick.
Black Panther.
No, it's not even reverse. It is.
Yeah,
I've heard people who've seen test screenings who've said it is literally Black Panther all over again.
Wow. I mean, I know I've heard that, and that's sad and disappointing to think, but that's
I'll
all
take
they got.
it.
That's all they got. That's all.
Yeah,
That's all
I'll take
DCU
it.
got. And as far as
guess.
Birds of Prey, and I think you said it right with Wonder Woman. If they didn't get that right, then
we wouldn't be-
we wouldn't be even really talking about Birds
going
of
this
Prey.
route.
We
and-
wouldn't even be talking about Captain Marvel.
Yeah. So
Nope.
I
Well,
think
we
it's a good-
would be because it'd still be coming out, but
Right,
a lot
right,
of people,
right.
all of a sudden you get the feeling that they would change.
It would have
something.
that stigma. It would be
yeah,
like,
they would have to change something or reshoot some things.
But I think the difference is I think Marvel would have still taken a chance because that's how we got Guardians of the Galaxy. That was a chance. If you ask the average person who knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were before that movie, most people had zero idea.
I would be most people.
Yeah, the majority of
I've heard
of
it,
people.
but I didn't think that would be a movie. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And so now to have it that way is cool. But I'm behind this Birds of Prey movie. I just think Harley Quinn has too many individual projects she's doing because she's in Birds of Prey. She's supposedly in Suicide Squad 2.
Yep.
She's in the Harley versus Joker movie. And it's like, yo, how the fuck are you doing all this?
I don't know. I mean, I think, well, as far as Suicide Harley Quinn, I thought that was good for her. So I think the idea is just take it and run with it and put her in a bunch of movies and hopefully they turn out okay.
I'm with you, man. I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I am very hopeful.
I feel like you're hopeful but heartless.
I guess it's because
DC broke your heart, didn't they?
Suicide Squad.
Where did
broke my heart.
where did the DC comic touch you?
Here, here, here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm showing them here.
What was the movie that really turned it for you?
So, shit.
Yeah, that's a good question.
that made me feel bad, or
Yeah, like that.
so BBS. I went in and I was like, "Oh, you bitches," because I was like, first of all, when it was just,
all you bitches.
well, because Batman versus Superman, I'm fine with. Do that. I get how you can set it up. When you called it Dawn of Justice, I'm cool with it. I get what you're setting up. But then when you told everybody that Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash, and Cyborg were all in this movie, I was like, that's the fucking Justice League. Stop. You doing too much.
And revealing through emails. I mean,
revealing through that's too fucking much.
in a Hillary Clinton age, we're gonna just reveal through
That's what
through
we're doing?
emails. That's what we're doing. No one's got a VPN
On a
in
private
this
server?
bitch.
On a private server?
Like no one's got a VPN in this
But
bitch.
I was upset about that. And so then when I heard Suicide Squad was coming out, I saw the cast lineup and I was like, okay, this is gonna be their saving grace. Because I was like, Will Smith gonna give his heart out. Will Smith not gonna half-ass this.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie gonna do what she do. Joe Kinnaman, I gives a fuck less about.
Amen.
Jared Leto, I really wanted to see how much he was gonna put into this, especially after I heard Viola Davis and Will Smith were gonna beat the shit out of him for sending the dead rats. But then, and then you told me you had Cara Delevingne, and I was like, why is this heifer in anything? And then I saw it, and I was like, I want to fight everybody involved. I want to fight the actors, the director, the writers, the gaffers, the lighters, the craft services person.
Ooh, what about the
all
key
they
grip?
The key grip.
Ooh.
Anybody involved with
They
it,
was
I
just
wanted to.
bringing cheese.
I wanted to fight you because that shit was terrible when it had potential to be great. You had Cara Delevingne doing a hula hoop dance to try to be doing magic. Bitch, just stand still and whittle your fingers.
I hate that.
I just hated it. It upset me so much. I was like, this movie has so much potential.
I legitimately liked the first hour of the movie. I wish
Okay,
they
I can
would've
see
stopped.
that.
I wish
I
they
can
just
see that.
would've stopped
I can
there.
see that. I can see that.
Because when the Rock people, it just went down, and no one like saw this plane crash. Like it was like, no.
To have what's his face who played Adebisi in Oz be Killer Croc, and him be the most niggerish stereotype
That was
ever.
so
Yeah.
bad.
I'm not ugly, shouted. I'm beautiful.
I had to explain to my wife that's a nigga. Like I had to be like, yeah, that's a black dude playing that.
Yeah, it was like what? And then when she asked everybody what you want, his only thing he wanted, BT.
Yes.
That moment, I said I want to reach through the screen and choke slam shit out of everybody. Because it was just bad. It should have never happened.
Yeah,
so I
it should
had hopes and dreams and prayers and wishes, and it failed. And then Wonder Woman came out, and I was back on board.
I slept on Wonder Woman.
I wanted to go see it as soon as it came out. I saw it multiple times. I wanted to support it, and I loved it. And I was like, cool, we back on it. We good. Let's do this. And then Justice League came out, and I said, you know what? I feel like I should castrate myself because that was no reason that they rushed the movie that didn't have to be rushed because Warner Brothers wanted to make sure that movie came out before Christmas so they can get the toys out. Because
they did the Cyborg.
Oh, and don't get me started. They took his whole story out, and he got fucked in all this. He got fucked in all of this because we can keep talking about the fact Henry Cavill may not be Superman, Ben Affleck may not be Batman. We can talk about that, but Cyborg's movie has been taken away, and then they recast Cyborg for Doom Patrol. That is
what?
Yeah, they got a new dude playing Cyborg, Javon Wade from First Purge. So if I'm Ray Fisher, and Ray Fisher is a cool dude, I've hung with the homie several times. Super cool dude, hard worker, does not deserve that to be fucked over like that.
Yeah. That is whack.
That is whack.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they fucked that man over royally. They took his movie off the slate and everything. They still rewriting scripts for the Flash movie. Nothing. Slate's gone for fucking Cyborg. So
and they had such a big opportunity with that. They had a big.
He was the
with all
essential.
5 of them.
Well, I didn't like. I'm not a fan. What?
Like it's just frustrating. You know, like I didn't realize it was that bad.
They shouldn't have rushed it. They should have. Again, I think Marvel was great with strategically putting out Iron Man and then Captain America. Like they should have.
Let's not. So to save my listeners from telling me already. Let's not do the comparison.
Okay.
Let's just talk straight about DC.
I just wish they would have. So the first Superman I actually thought was pretty decent.
Man of Steel.
I thought that was pretty
some
decent.
people. You know what? I'm on the I liked it, but it's not what we knew.
I agree. I like it was.
If that makes sense.
I didn't think I was gonna like it. It's not as great as the Superman movie.
But it was solid.
But it was
solid.
Exactly.
It was a solid movie,
especially for a first one.
Yeah.
And then,
good.
And then the idea that they do the Batman versus Superman. Here's what I'll say about that. If that movie was like 40 minutes, it would have been a dope-ass movie. It goes way too long.
Yeah.
And in my personal opinion, there are some really, like, because I saw the extended cut, and, like, it was just like.
I refuse to watch that.
It was like,
actually,
it didn't make the movie any better.
No,
It didn't
here's
make the
why,
movie-
and I know what you're about to say. It's actually good. I hate when people say this as a whole. Oh, if the movie's bad, well, you got to watch the extended cut.
Watch
no,
more
the
badness.
fuck I don't. Because I'm going to watch what they put out in theaters.
Yeah.
That's what drew me to the movie.
Yeah, I'll give you that because it's like, oh, did you hear that such as artist new shit? Did you hear the mixtape? No, but you got to listen to the extended cut.
No.
The first part was bad enough.
The extended club mix of the song is not going to help me.
No, it's not going to help me at all. Go ahead.
I just thought there were certain parts of the movie that was really solid. And I'm like just little clips, and then they just like took it and ran with it, and you try to merge all the different fucking comic books storylines together. They messed up so horribly. So it was that movie where I was like, this is not going to go well.
And
for
then
DC.
you like I said, Wonder Woman. Then you said we're gonna give Aquaman a movie, and I'm like, all right, what you gonna do? And then I start hearing the casting. Amber Heard as Queen Mara. I was like, we saw her in Justice League. Then you tell me you got Yahya Abdul-Mateen as Black Manta. I'm like, whoa, we not playing. You got Patrick Wilson as King Orm?
Yeah.
What? Okay, and you got James Wan directing it? Mm-hmm. Let's see what you do.
Right.
I see the trailer. I'm like,
I thought the trailer looked great.
I looked at the trailer. You know why the trailer looked great to you? Because it's the exact same trailer from Black Panther.
No, shot for
Shot for shot.
They actually did a test on this.
There's a video.
heard that,
They put them top to bottom and run them the exact same time, shot for shot, the exact same thing. That is why most people, aside what it is,
That's so sad.
aside what it is, most people didn't realize if you were really a fan of Black Panther, you were like, I like this for some reason. It's because you saw the exact same trailer for another movie.
I was that person.
But I'm still wanting to see it.
Right.
Supposedly it's super dark. It's gonna be gritty. I want to see it. I'm here for it. Then you get Shazam. I was like, cool. Is John Cena being Shazam?
What happened to that?
Because that's all I needed.
That's all I
You
heard.
tell me John Cena Shazam, I'm cool because he has the size. He can play goofy.
And I heard this for like forever.
And it was rumored for years. And then you tell me it's not. You tell me it's fucking Zachary Levi. And I'm like, Chuck?
Oh my goodness. Thank you. I was trying to figure out what it was,
Chuck.
where he was from.
I'm like, hold on. Because I'm like, yo, I'm a fan of him for what he does with Nerd HQ. Like, look, Zach, if you listening, I still want to rock with you with Nerd HQ, and we can have our discussion about you being Shazam. And if you kill it in the role, I'll bite my tongue. But I saw like, yo, he's not the size. And then he says, okay, I'm about to start hitting the gym. I'm like, well, you better give him all the steroids. All of them. Give him the shit Sammy Sosa took, plus the shit that bleached his skin. Give him the shit Mark McGuire takes. Give him the shit LeBron takes and makes his hairline go back. Give him all of
The
it.
magic pills.
All of it. Because that is the only way this shit works, right? And then everybody's like, no, you got to wait and see. And then you see the trailer.
Yeah.
No, not even the trailer, the behind-the-scenes photos. And I'm like, wait, I can see all the open space in his suit. I can see that opening. I shouldn't see this.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be this big, massive dude who actually is bigger than Superman.
Yeah.
If we really want to talk
Powerful,
about it.
yeah.
You're bigger. He's bulkier than Superman. I'm like, there's no way he looks bulkier than Henry Cavill as fucking Superman.
Yeah.
Then the trailer comes out. I'm like, okay, I like the trailer.
No.
Until I like the trailer except for one part. When they're in the store and he's leaned down, and you can see the opening again.
You got a problem with that part.
I'm like, who the fuck just dropped Zachary Levi in a suit? Because that's what it looks like. Now, the best part of that entire trailer for me, you know what the best part is?
What?
When he is walking through the carnival at the winter and just goes, Shazam! And he just turns. That's a good-looking part.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That
That
was the
part was
only
dope.
part of the trailer that I like. I thought the trailer was garbage.
I
have
loved it all.
I have no interest in this movie
I
whatsoever.
actually have 100% interest. I saw it and I was like, of course, like even with the suit, I'm just like,
way.
because it's fucking stupid. It's a kid. It's a kid. To me,
It's big with superpowers.
Yeah.
It's the movie Big with superpowers.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
but that's
that-
not what I want.
But that's what it is.
That's what Shazam is, though.
That's what it is, though. You
They should
can't
have picked
tell me it's
somebody
not.
else. They should have picked somebody
I just
else.
think, I know it's a
Who would you pick?
Oh shit.
It's a goofy
I don't know.
comedic movie. I know it is. But who do you pick? Aside from me, I don't have anybody besides John Cena I can think of that can deliver it the way
Yeah.
it should be delivered. I don't have anybody in my mindset.
To me, it would have been John Cena.
I don't know.
If
If John
Zachary-
Cena's doing like a kid show now. Like,
Yeah, but if Zachary Levi can prove me wrong and prove everybody else wrong who has doubted him, then hey, let's make it happen. Because the trailer was funny and cute when he was trying to learn his superpowers. Because again, that's what a kid would do if he got superpowers. He would try to figure out what the fuck to do.
I hear what you're saying. I just
But again, you see him dropped in. I'm like, no. Speaking of Shazam, so the reason supposedly Henry Cavill is not Superman anymore, even though they're saying, oh, negotiations are still going on. No, it's not.
no, he's done.
It's done. So it all started because they couldn't get his cameo right for Shazam.
right.
Scheduling conflicts happened, as well as what his cameo would have been.
Well, did they reveal that?
Yes. Henry Cavill's cameo as Superman in Shazam would have been 2 lines.
He mad about that.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm Superman. I got to have more than 2 lines. At least give me at least a page of dialogue with back and forth.
I love the Batman cameo and Suicide Squads. Like if they
The
would
way
have did
they
something
handle
like
it,
that,
yeah, something like that
Yeah,
is cool.
okay, I'll give you
I
that.
would be cool with that. But
Because
two
it's whole,
lines,
it's something to the lines of, I heard about you. We'll be watching you.
was it like an end credit thing?
It's a post-credit scene. That's it.
You can't do that with Superman.
That's it.
Superman
it.
is your Superman.
That's it.
To me, that actually, I guess I'm sorry. Like
I just don't think
I
he
like
wanted-
it.
I don't think he wanted to play ball, but
Also, but he rightfully should. Listen, the negotiations started right during the time when Justice League was going and he was about to film Mission Impossible. He was like, yo, I want more money. Also, I want creative control of Superman. He did not like what Zack Snyder did with Superman, which I can't blame him because Superman is not conflicted. That's been Superman's whole biggest issue during this whole DCEU. He's conflicted on what's right and wrong. He's never been conflicted. Superman knows what's right and knows what's wrong. There's no doubt. So he wanted control. Warner Brothers is like, suck my dick. And basically, because Warner Brothers doesn't want to give up control. They don't.
I would just like to imagine a meeting where they're like, you know what, Superman,
Suck my dick. Because the thing is, Warner Brothers always has their hands in the movies, and you can see it.
Yeah, man.
And so they don't want to relinquish control. And so that turned out to be potentially a problem. I'm like, I guess.
Out of the 3 Superman movies, which Superman did you enjoy the most? Between Man of
Christopher
Steel.
Reeves. Oh, you talking about all the
Well,
movies or
Henry,
total?
with Henry.
With Henry, Man of Steel, BVS, and Justice League. Justice League, I can't get over that mutant mouth. So that shit was awful. BVS, I hated it for one reason.
What?
You gotta save Martha. Why'd you say that name? Which is the equivalent of,
That's my mama name.
your mama named Martha? My mama named Martha. Like, get that bullshit out of here.
But that was like,
I
word.
honestly thought it was going to be the same woman.
Yeah,
That's in my-
like,
and
yeah.
That's what I thought they were going with
It's
that.
like, yo, they got the same baby moms.
But
I was like,
you know what's
what?
messed up, though? Everybody forgot.
Yeah.
Nobody realized that both of their mothers were named Martha.
I had no idea what they were talking
until
about.
that moment.
Yeah.
When you forget Martha Wayne, Martha Kent, and everybody was like, "Are you motherfucking serious?"
But it was great though.
It was great.
The reason why we still talk about it, it's a memorable moment, and it
is. It very much
because
is.
Because everybody forgot, and that to me, I think that's why I still consider that movie a success. What was that?
Uh-oh.
Okay,
that was a
all right.
fire. But I still consider that movie a success
I
because
agree with you.
they were able to bring back this Superman and Batman have been around for decades, and they were to bring back, hey, remember some shit that was in front of you the whole time?
Yeah,
we just reminded you how long
That's
we've
the
been
re-
here.
The movie
which
still
makes
did
you,
well.
which makes you think.
It
which has
reminded
reminded you.
everyone how great they are.
Also, that's the reason we had to see for the 19th millionth time Batman's parents get killed.
Right.
That was the reason we had to see it at the
No,
beginning.
they had the same
like the
baby
way they
moms,
did it.
man. They had the same baby moms, bro.
because we had to
I'm
see
telling you, that's the same
we
one.
had
She
to
out
see
there
Thomas
hoeing.
Wayne say Martha.
She out there hoeing.
But it was like, are you fucking serious? I was like, whatever. But nonetheless, for me, I think I like Man of Steel. I hated BBS because of that. Like I said, Superman's mutant mouth I couldn't do in Justice League.
Did you have a favorite Superman? Because he's done. Did you have a favorite Superman? That he did.
Like, I still liked Man of Steel. I'm gonna go with you on that.
me
Like,
too.
that Superman's never been my guy though. Like, I just.
I agree.
Like he's never been my favorite.
I always argue Batman's better than
Yeah, he was a square. Like he's a Boy Scout, and I'm like, yeah, it's just like that's cool.
Fucking lame.
Yeah, it's just like I think it's cool, great, but I don't know. I prefer my superheroes more relatable,
Right.
So
more human.
speaking of superheroes still in DC, in the DC universe and streaming side, they've officially cast their Stargirl. They are doing a Stargirl series for the DCEU. Brie Basinger from Nickelodeon's Bella and the Bulldog is going to play the cosmic character. Now, they're supposed to do her on series, but I'm not sure if she may come into the Titans because she has been a part of Titans before. So who knows, okay? Who knows?
I'm excited to see Stargirl.
I'm excited to see it. I really am. I'm very excited to see it. It's going to be nice to see what happens.
We live in a time. It's like we live in a time where I'm like, yeah, you want to do that project? Fuck yeah, show me what you got. Like, let's see it.
Stargirl is already, she's shown up on Smallville before and on Legends of Tomorrow. So
Okay.
the character has been brought around. Speaking of the Arrowverse, and I believe this is my last story that I have. Speaking of the Arrowverse, we officially have our Dr. Destiny potentially. Arrowverse, they have cast actor Jeremy Davies. If you don't know who that is, he's from Saving Private Ryan, Lost, and American Gods. He's going to play a character that's pretty much certainly Dr. Destiny. Now, this is according to the Hollywood Reporter. They say Jeremy Davies is signed on to play a character named John Deegan, a doctor at Arkham Asylum for the criminally insane in Gotham City who just might be crazier than the inmates he treats. And if you're familiar with the DC lore, you'll know this is certainly a take on John D, a.k.a. Dr. Destiny. I'm cool with this.
I'm not.
That's interesting.
And I'm not familiar with Dr. Destiny.
I'm not familiar too much because it's further into the Gotham City Batman lore, things like that. So I have to do some research on that. It's a nice casting, but this is so the way that it's supposed to happen is Dr. Destiny is going to be involved with some stuff in Gotham City that happens, along with bringing in Batwoman, and it's going to cause Green Arrow, The Flash, and Supergirl to go to Gotham City. So
Ooh, they got a task.
See,
Yeah.
I like that.
I love their crossovers, what they're doing. I was talking to Katie Lotz at Van X Salt Lake Comic Con, name drop, and unfortunately, they're not a part of it this year. the Legends of Tomorrow or not, they're doing their own thing, which is cool. They deserve to. So I think that's all I got wrapped up. It's been a fun edition of this Live Mad Titan podcast. Before I let you guys go, Dave, do me a favor. Tell the people what you got coming up appearance-wise, how they can see you, and how they can find you on social media.
What's up at Day Peace Comedy. You can find me on all the major social medias. I'm here at the Big Pine, which is super dope at Flagstaff. I'll be doing a tour in Phoenix in November. Before Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, I think I may call it something like that. And then I'm in Iowa working the Midwest scene. So
cool. And Jay?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, LinkedIn Premium at It's Jay Whittaker. How you spell my last name? Whiskey Hotel, Indigo, Tango, Alpha Kilo, Echo, Romeo. And you can find me doing recon in your neighborhood anytime. And I will be in Spokane, Denver, Tempe, Birmingham, Huntsville, and Nashville coming up soon. So yeah, fuck with me. Bye.
And as always, you can
Tupac, fuck with me.
As always, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington. That's MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/JAY Washington80. And join my Supervillain Squad on Patreon, y'all. Join the Patreon Supervillain Squad. Go to patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. I got a bunch of stuff coming up. I'm about to do some incredible set business, and I'm only going to release that information and that footage, shall I say, to the Patreon, to the squad. It's only $5 to join, so join the squad, all right? I want to thank the Big Pine Comedy Festival for having me out today to record this. I will holler at you guys next week. Take care. I'm out of here. Peace.
Be sure to rate and subscribe on iTunes, man. Rate and subscribe on iTunes. Rate us on Google Play, but make sure you give us those 5 stars on iTunes. It means the world.